What's up everyone, it's OJ. Today we're going to be talking about all 5 maps of the strategy. To get to 15 wins, we've brought on Lukey Bear and we have Jigsaw that formulated these compositions. We're going to talk about which brawlers work best, where to play them, and how to play them for everything for all of these maps. So we're going to bring on Lukey Bear, but on one catch.
It's an orange juice.
I'm going to be a lot more relaxed so that he doesn't realize I'm recording. Although every time I try to record, he knows I'm recording. So I'm just going to tone it down and trick him into thinking we're not recording until the end. Let's get into it with the first map with Hard Rock Mine. These are some pretty classic maps.
Yeah, Hard Rock's been in the game since it came out.
Yeah, I remember in beta. On day 1, in the first hour at like 3 a.m. I remember playing it distinctly, and I was primo, and I just camped on the top there. Do you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was in the top there, and I thought I was a god, because I got like 20 kills. And everyone just kept walking straight into me. I think I hit like 400 primo on the first day.
That's kind of insane. Like, 400 was really hard to get back then.
I don't know if it's 200 or 400, but I do know that I stayed up all night for it, and I was like the #1 primo in the game for like 8 hours. You said you and Jigsaw already had a composition for all 5 maps?
Well, first map usually doesn't matter that much, but like, the strongest comp in the game in general is Mr. P, Surge, Gale, and all of them are really good here. And you'd have Mr. P mid, and then Surge or Gale can go wherever they want, basically. Actually, I think if I had to choose lanes, I'd probably put Surge on the right lane, because like he can stand in your own bush, and usually when opponents are in the left lane, they're hiding behind that one little wall in the middle of the map, and you can like peek at them from in the grass.
Ah, heck, Surge is too new. I don't have his pen. You'll get to see him Photoshop magic.
Awesome. Oh god. He just looks like something you do in Snapchat. You just like cut it straight out and sticker it on.
All right. Yeah, I have all the pins now. Which lanes were you saying would be good?
Mr. P would be mid, and then I'd say Surge on the right lane, and then Gale on the left.
Surge is on the right, and then Gale is on the left. What are these bushes? Are you trying to assert dominance on the top side?
You can use the jump pad really aggressively, but like I see a lot of people like to do is they drop it in their spawn. So if you die, you can instantly jump back, and you can like instantly gain back control kind of thing. But you can also just drop it in your own grass in the very bottom, and it'll put you like right into their grass.
Put the jump pad like that?
Yeah, if you want to go aggro.
Nice.
Or right in your spawn if you want it to launch you into your own grass. For like further up in your own grass.
So kind of right there, and then launch. Oh, do a different color. Just do it in your own spawn, and then you launch into the own grass right there.
You can kind of like rush in a lot, and you can go really aggro and die, because like you can always keep up your pressure. And, like,
oh wow,
that's basically what Gale is.
Go really aggro and just keep going. You just keep going and going, and well, not obviously throwing in, but like you have that slight advantage where you can go more aggro. And then for Surge,
well, Surge is just Surge. You get your super, and then once you level up, then you basically kill everybody. Like you can peek around that one wall where opponents like to hide behind.
You would basically just shoot upwards, and it would just shoot that way.
That's a good way to get your super charged, and you can still hide in the bush while you're at it. And then Mr. P is basically just like mostly chipping lanes, honestly. Once he has Porter, then he can like kind of move up and get gems, but like
yeah,
if he doesn't have Porter, then he's like really weak against Gene, Piper, Sprout.
Where would you put his Porter?
Anywhere, honestly. Like as long as it's down, then it's in a good spot.
I'm thinking like that's a pretty decent spot for the Porter.
Or like behind that wall, just down and to the right of it, if you want to help your Surge push up.
Which star powers?
Mr. P has to be handled with care. Gale always uses the Blustery Blow, and Surge only uses the first star power. It's probably too much strategizing for first map of the challenge, but...
Okay, well, moving on then, we have Layer Cake. Which comps were you guys talking about?
We said Sprout mid with photosynthesis. Like, Sprout's like really good. He can tank Piper shots. Once he gets wall, he can like wall off their entire side and just spawn trap like instantly. Tick left lane, and then Brock, Piper, or Mr. P on the right. Tick would be automatic reload.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, that's the wrong one. The healing one, whatever the healing one's called. If you face another Tick and they're running healing and you're not running healing, you're gonna get bodied really badly. And Brock you can run either, but I like Rocket or Incendiary more because you can just spam the grass.
I feel like it has more control.
Yeah. People can't push up. Like Tick can. You see that one little nook right beside the middle grass, like
right
that
here?
little nook, bit more to the right.
Oh.
Yeah. You can just
that is
stand there,
annoying.
you can spam.
That's basically you can throw kind of around this area and right here. That's so obnoxious.
People used to ban Tick just because he could be played in this map.
Ugh.
Like,
I could see that.
it's really annoying.
Tick
Yeah.
is globally banned in Tribe. I hate Tick.
Well, I love playing Tick personally. Like, I can't really think of anybody who can beat me 1v1 Tick.
You and your throwers, man. Number 1,
Yeah,
Dynamite. Number 2, Tick.
Who's number 1?
I don't know. I just couldn't give you number one for both.
Can't say Nat. I'd get mad. But did you see last month Bobby was doing? He did a tweet every day. Who's the best of this in the world?
Oh yeah.
For Tick, it was 50-50. It was just Nat and me. I don't know. And he tallied up the votes, and he's like,
Wait,
okay.
does she main Tick or what is this all about?
It's I don't know. It's her favorite brawler or something, and everybody's just like, oh. Gotta tag her because simp or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just salty that I'm not as good as Neutral. But
So for Sprout, what's his role? He's just chilling behind these walls.
yeah, you can actually go like somewhat aggro with like Sprout. You don't have to stay behind your wall as long as you're in your bush. Like you have the second star power, you have your shield. You can't really die to a Piper. So like basically you can just like bully them out of their end. If you hit 2 shots on a Piper, then they're 1 shot and they have to back up. And as soon as you get into like
So you're just chilling
into their grass or behind their walls, like they can't kill you. And once you get a wall, then like they're instantly spawn trapped.
Sprout here, and you can advance forward, and you can
You don't even have to go that far though. Like
do you
that
spawn
wall,
trap them from there?
No, you don't even have to go that far. Like you can legit camp behind that wall on the left.
Oh,
and when you get a
yeah,
wall,
so you could camp right there.
Yep, and literally nobody can touch you.
Just build a wall right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
then,
juicy.
The other thing you can do with Sprout there is as soon as you win your mid, you start shooting to the left. Like there'll be a person in there trying to advance on the Tick, and you can like shoot 2 shots over there and
plus the Tick,
hit 'em
and they can't do anything. That's like absolute control and domination.
And then the Tick can move up right beside the Sprout, and then he can spam that choke point the entire game.
Oh my goodness!
If you're a Tick, that's where you want to be on this map, because you can just spam that one lane and they cannot get up to you.
Once you've advanced, you can't do anything. And then Brock's just busy crying right here. He's just chilling. He's just holding the lane. He's just doing whatever.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he doesn't really focus on breaking the walls because you have Tick and Sprout on your team, or do you?
He kind of does his own thing, honestly. Like if you're facing a Tick and the Tick is in that lane, you want to break it, but
okay, so like that little nook right there, you want to break it if there's like a Tick. Boom.
And he's also like you choose Brock as like instead of like adding on to like the thrower madness, like you have Brock in case they go like tanks or if they go like Mortis or something, because Brock is better against those guys than Tick and Sprout, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have some assembly. Which brawlers did you guys pick for this?
Gale, Barley, and we said either Surge or some kind of tank. Gale is Blustery Blow, Surge is first star power, and Barley is probably the first star power too. Siege is basically just Gale drops jump pad at the start, and you instantly have like the first bolt, and you basically just spawn trap them after there.
Who would you pick for the third? You said there was a few.
I'd say Surge. Like
always
Surge or any tank basically. Yeah, Surge is broken, but you can go like Jackie or BB or there's a lot you can go honestly. But Surge is just super broken, so
I was gonna make these bigger. Nice. Do you rush all 3 in mid?
Yeah, all 3 take the jump pad, and then you're all up there, and you'll get there before they do if they don't have a Surge. Or,
yeah, as long as they don't have a penny, you're fine.
And then basically you just spread out. It doesn't really matter who goes to what lane, as long as like the Gale's in the mid.
As long as the Gale's in the
mid. Gale's like the best at holding down the mid, kind of. They just spread out, and then you basically just spawn trap. Like, as long as you don't die on offense. Like, dying on offense is like one of the biggest throws you can do. Unless if you're trying to finish it.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is pretty self-explanatory. Barley's just here. He just hides behind the walls, and he just shoots stuff from behind the walls, and he's going in circles if someone's trying to chase you. And then with Surge, it's just like that too, where he just needs to shoot, and then he'll split his thing.
He's really good at poking here.
I mean, I'm 1,000 Surge, so I know a thing or two.
Right.
Totally didn't get carried by you. And Slash.
Nope. Mostly Slash, honestly, but like I did my thing. Like Siege itself, like comps wise, it's always really self-explanatory. Like the thing about Siege that's like not really simple is like how you play it, like when to go in, when to hold, how to defend properly, that kind of stuff.
Sometimes if I'm in a good position with Surge, I'll save my super so I can knock back the bot if he's coming in. I'll just kind of do a jump as long as it's safe.
Barley especially, like he became really good at defense as soon as gadgets came out.
Oh my goodness. Like, Barley's gadget is obnoxiously good.
Yeah, like you can just save it for defense. Yeah. Like if they even do get a defense, and then like it takes off like an extra 15-20% off the bot.
And then for Sandy gems,
Gale, Spike, and then either Daryl or Bull. Bull tough guy, Spike with fertilize, and Gale with blustery blow. And it's like just the same as last month. You just like tank jumps in, Gale defends, Spike does whatever.
Where do we put the spring trap?
Middle grass, like middle of the map, and then on either the left or the right side of that
Right
of
here?
that middle wall. It has to be a bit up, otherwise you'll land in front of the wall on their side.
So Gale just needs to put it just about right here.
Yeah, on either side of that, and then
Yeah, and then
you
Bull
jump
just
in.
jumps in, and he's just like, pew, 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 and he's good. Spike can defend tanks really well, and depending on the situation, he could probably even get on the safe and activate his gadget for like a solid 20%. So Spike's pretty much the wild card here. He can defend against all the tanks. He can push if the time is right.
The one thing you don't want to do is have Spike defending if there's like a long range person, like there's a Brock, a Rico, or a Max. Then
So-
he's just supposed to just dip, like
Just push.
not straight up ignore them if you can help, but like just shoot a few shots at them and like hopefully your Gale can like pick up on that, and then
And so Gale
You
just
can-
stays behind and plays defensive the whole time.
basically yeah. Spike is good for helping bully tanks, but he's better on offense than facing long range people.
That makes sense, especially if there's like a freaking Barley here. You probably want Spike and Gale to kind of corner them.
Yeah, pinching is always good, but
Except if there's a Lukey Bear Dynamite, he'll just jump back and forth. It's so annoying. This is pretty straightforward. It's just put the Springtrap, Bull attacks, Spike does his thing, and yeah. Just get the safe and you'll win.
Bull never has to defend. He just like stays alive as long as he can near their safe.
I've seen some annoying plays with Skunk using Daryl or even Pika staying alive forever, just going in circles, trying to chase them, and he just charges in. I don't know how they deal like 1,000% on there. It's crazy. They never die.
If you play it smart, it's really hard to kill a tank in your safe
Yeah.
without like a pinch,
running,
obviously.
running in circles and everything. Oh, they got pinched, got my super, boom, boom, boom. Safe's done. I hate facing
Right.
Pika.
Actually, I faced him today, but I was running Gale Surge in Siege, so
Broken.
it didn't really work out for his not broken brawler.
And then the last one, this is the one that counts because this is where you actually face players that are pretty decent. Oh, Brawl Ball is my worst mode. What 3 brawlers are there?
We went with Mr. P, Pam, and either Surge or Gale. You basically need a Pam on this map, especially.
Just because you can
It's like-
spray everything.
Yeah, just it's so much health, so much damage. The healing keeps you alive forever.
And then with this, you don't have any wall breakers.
It's like really control-y. Like Mr. P can shoot over walls. If you run second star power with Pam, you can like deal damage through walls with your turret.
Oh, that's obnoxious. So Pam second star power. What about Gale and Mr. P?
Gale is always blustery blow, and Mr.
Of
P
course.
would be handle with care. Like you're on handle with care if you're on a long range map, and you run revolving door anywhere where you can just like abuse walls
Okay.
to get the bounce.
I feel like with Brawl Ball, there's not really many positions to take for this map. It's pretty open. Everyone's a long range.
Yeah. Mr. P's in the middle, Pam's on the lane, and then Gale is also on lane. And like he can either drop jump pad in the net, like in his own net, so it can get him back out quickly if he dies, or I don't know, just on the side somewhere to get into their base.
Yeah, that's pretty much like all the Brawl Ball maps with Gale. You just have a jump pad so that all you and your teammates can get back into action. Are there
Right.
really any positions? Brawl Ball is really heavily dependent on how you and your team play. It's
Yeah, it's a lot of teamwork. Ball control.
yeah, I can't really explain ball control in the video.
It's just if you have the ball, it's better than if you don't have the ball. Unless if you're like about to die and you're the last one alive, kind of thing. But not holding the ball, because then you're just wasting ammo. Like just have it near you in case you're ready to make a play with it. Basically, I don't know. Brawl Ball's my worst mode too, honestly.
You've been tricked this whole time. I've been recording. Do you have any final words for this video?
Subscribe to Skunk Man BS for
dang
original
it.
quality content.
That's gonna be for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more quality OJ.